Well, Aksana responded, well, we know how to fix it. She wanted to explain the rife to me, having already been familiar with Dr. Clark's work on Zapper. I wasn't completely not familiar with it. So she bought a rife just right away. I said, Aksana mailed me the test, and with some supplements, I started right away. And she was looking up on a book that she was reading, and she came across Acrodermatitis chronica atrophica. Any of you know what this is? Yeah, yeah. It's the Afzeli strain of Lyme. Afzeli. The Afzeli, Borrelia Afzeli. They have all kinds of names for imaginative disease, and the bottom line is it's Lyme. Said that, okay, she goes, I started rifing on the 15th. I spent the rest of the year rifing day and night together with multiple foot baths. Said, I'm not the best at taking directions. Which is true, she's not. But after all the ordeal, this was the result. You see the difference? Yeah. Okay. Let's say by August 2014, 1 year later, the original SETSA test, follow-up test, these are the findings of the second test. After she did all the rife and all the foot baths and all the homeopathic remedies that were recommended, the green food, the protein powder, the digestive enzyme to digest what you eat, the digestive enzymes and the enzymes between meals. Because we have the ability to test the progression of Lyme. Borrelia burgdorferi was 95% gone, Afzeli 95% gone. Confections, the co-infection of Babesia, Ehrlichia, Bartonella, encephalitis, Trachomatis for Mycoplasma fermentans was 64% gone. Last March, let's see, so, last March she got reinfected again. But just because you get rid of Lyme does not mean that you're not going to reinfect it. Remember, 6% of mosquitoes carry Lyme. But if you have a rife machine, in 30 days you get a gun. You know what to do. So here I am, 2 years later, after 2 co-infections. I know I would not be able to be alive today without the help of Dr. Joe and Aksana Cataldo. Together with the TrueRife, I am so incredibly grateful. The CSA is an extremely important tool. Without it, I would never have caught these reinfections as early as I did. I'm so very grateful. Heartfelt, Candy. That's just one of dozens and dozens of, example I can share with you. I'll be here for 2 days telling you what tremendous success you can have if you use the right machine correctly. You have to use it correctly. If you just do what you want, follow the protocol, follow Mike's directions. He knows what he's doing. But now let me share a little bit about what we do in our office, because I mentioned some things about our testing procedures, but I don't think most of you realize what it is. So let me explain the EDS. It's based on the Chinese meridian theory that energy flows through the acupuncture meridians. Electrodrilled screening is a way of getting information from those meridians. So we basically scan the central nervous system. This is done by measuring the amount of resistance in those meridians. Now, how did this come about? In the 1950s, a German scientist by the name of Reinhold Volt developed a system of acupuncture point electrotherapeutics. He soon discovered that when an internal organ functions or a structure changed the performance of related meridians, also the acupuncture points changed. He also discovered that change could be visibly measured by a device. And that's how the lie detector test came about. It scanned a galvanic response on your central nervous system. Now we are 60 years past that. Lie detector test at best is 70 to 75% accuracy. With our vital system, we test to 94% accuracy. So we can progress. We can progress the amount of time that has passed since inception, since the infections. We can tell you what bug bit you, how long you had it, and we can tell you how you get rid of it, and then we can progressively test you to see how you get rid of the stuff. Let's see, any more stuff on here? Okay, so, well, what we can do for you is, because I know that nobody in this room has a vital system. If you have a client or a patient that you want tested, and you just, it's beyond your scope of expertise, you need more information. You can use us like a lab. You can send us a saliva sample. You take 2 Q-tips and you saturate the inside of the chicks with both of them. You put it into a Ziploc bag. And you take a half a teaspoon of hair from the back of the neck to put it into a second Ziploc bag. You put them two together. If you do it even, you can freeze them overnight. The next day you take to the post office and you ship it to us overnight. Make sure that we don't need to sign. Otherwise it's going to sit at the post office for 2 days. Because by the time it gets to us and then we get the slip and then the next day we got to go over there, you lose in time.
I'd like to welcome all of you to the afternoon session. And I know you're going to fall asleep on me, which is why I wore lavender. And I have the flowers up here. My name is Aksana Cataldo. Essential oils are one of my most favorite tools for good health. If you've ever enjoyed the scent of a rose, like I have up here, you have experienced the aromatic qualities of essential oils. So for one 15 milliliter bottle, which is a very small little bottle, it takes 65 pounds of rose petals. 65 pounds. Now wrap your head around that one. No wonder the cost of rose oil is so high. That 15 milliliter bottle is $1,000. But on the brighter side of that, you only need 1 drop to have a huge impact in your life. So just imagine the power in that 1 drop. These naturally occurring volatile aromatic compounds are found in the seeds, bark, stem, roots, flowers, and other parts of the plant. They can be both beautifully and powerfully fragrant, as of course the roses. These are all fresh roses, and there's beautiful fragrances in these. And of course they also will enhance your mood as well. In addition to giving plants their distinctive smells, essential oils protect plants and they play a role in plant pollination. They have been used for centuries as mankind's first medicine. In the Bible, there are over 188 references to essential oils. So oils like frankincense, myrrh, rosemary, hyssop, and spikenard were used in various ways. Now, with so many oils on the market, you may wonder which ones are pure and how do you find out? Well, the factors that determines the purity and therapeutic value of oils are the chemical constituents. So these are affected by the part of the plant from which the oil was produced, the soil conditions, fertilizer, whether it was organic or chemical, the geographical region, climate, altitude, harvest season, and methods and distillation. One good example for you is lavender. I don't know if you know, but in Niles, Michigan, there's a wonderful lavender farm. And if you fly to Provence, Italy, France, there's also wonderful lavender farms. Now, if you think about it, do you think there'd be a difference in those 2 lavenders? There is. There's a huge difference. You need to consider joining me sometime at our office for a smelling session of lavender. And what I do is I pull out all my lavender oils from all over the world and different companies, of course. You'll walk away with a totally different perspective of this healing oil. Essential oils can be diffused in the air, applied to the skin, and some can be safely ingested. Replacing chemicals with essential oils in your medicine cabinet can help you fight off colds, relax the body, heal the skin, alleviate pain, balance your hormones, improve digestion, clean your home, and you can also create personal care products. That's pretty versatile for oils. These natural plant oils can be used to treat your child's flu or called upon when you want to create a delicious new dish. They will help get rid of fleas from your dog's coat as easily as they will get rid of aphids from your garden. With essential oils, you can take control of your life and environment, secure in the knowledge that your well-being will be improved. So if anything in this world is holistic, it is essential oils. The extraordinary versatility of oils is that they come in a convenient form. A few drops of pure lavender oil wiped on a burn will help the skin return to normal in a few days without a scar. You can go back to the same little bottle when you have a headache, put 1 drop, rub that on your temples, and also you can rub that on your earlobes, pull on your earlobes, and the headache will be gone. You can also, since lavender oil is a natural deterrent of mosquitoes and insects, you can place that oil on a ribbon, hang it on a window, put that in a little cotton ball, store it in your cabinet. So it's extremely versatile. The natural antibiotic and antiseptic qualities of lavender oil make it effective for cuts for you or your pet, and also for cleaning your appliances and creating an air freshener. Just think of what an untapped resource essential oils are. And all it takes is to try them once, and you'll be convinced that they work. I'll share an experience that happened to me a couple weeks ago. I was cutting open an avocado and sliced my hand between my thumb and my finger, and I was not at home. But I always carry essential oils. I have a little purse with my oils. I looked at that, I thought, uh-oh, this is deep, and I fainted at the sight of blood. So I right away cleaned it off and grabbed my myrrh oil, because I knew that myrrh is for wound healing. So I dropped a couple of drops of myrrh, put a sterile bandage on there, and throughout the day, a couple more drops, that wound healed up at the end of the day, and I can't even see where this is. I don't even know where the scar is. And that was 1 oil. So can you imagine all the hundreds of oils out there? So if you haven't yet experienced a situation like this, I encourage you to try oils and see for yourself the value of using essential oils in your life. Another aspect of using essential oils is that essential oils can affect your brain. Chemical constituents, known as sesquiterpenes, commonly found in oils like frankincense and sandalwood, can cross the blood-brain barrier and can impact the brain therapeutically. Essential oils can affect the brain through activation of the olfactory bulb, which is the area of smell. Odors and emotions are processed in the limbic system, and that's basically the system. It's a group of related structures in the brain that are responsible for emotion, memory, and smell. Now, one gland that is in the limbic system is the amygdala, which plays a major role in storing and releasing emotional trauma. And one way to stimulate this gland is with fragrance, with smell. Sense of smell. Therefore, essential oils can be a powerful key to help unlock and release emotional trauma. So I'm going to give you a list of 15 essential oils, and out in the hallway there is a handout that I have printed up that has our office information, and it has a list of the 15 oils, their therapeutic value, and then the third list was compiled by one of our Lyme clients, Candy, who Joe talked about earlier, and she compiled a list of 11 symptoms of Lyme disease and how you can address those symptoms using essential oils. So we'll start with clove oil, which is antibacterial, antiparasitic, and it's an antioxidant. And that's typically what you'd use for a sore tooth. You'd use it in your mouth. Cypress improves circulation, reduces varicose veins, lifts confidence, and can help heal broken bones. Eucalyptus improves your respiratory issues, bronchitis, sinusitis, allergies. Frankincense, my comment on that is when in doubt, use frankincense. Frankincense builds immunity, reduces inflammation, heals age spots, supports the brain, and fights cancer. Ginger reduces inflammation, supports joints, improves digestion, and relieves nausea. Grapefruit supports metabolism and cellulite reduction. You could mix a couple of drops of grapefruit oil with coconut oil, rub on the cellulite areas, and you can also put 1 drop in water, and that would help with lymphatic drainage. We talked about lavender. Lavender is for relaxation. It improves the mood, it heals burns and cuts, and it reduces the cortisol level. That's where your relaxation would come in there. Lemon cleanses the body, improves the lymph drainage, and you can use lemon in cleaning products. And that's a natural way, by the way. If you're trying to replace your chemicals, use lemon oil. Just put 1 drop of lemon oil in a cup of water, or I use a spray bottle, and I'll put 10 to 20 drops in a spray bottle of water. I use it for everything. And when we travel, I carry a little spray bottle, and I put lemongrass in that one. And before I even touch the doorknob of my hotel room, that's sprayed everywhere. Sprayed in the bathrooms, on the phones. And you know, even when I'm in public, when I spray that in the bathrooms, people think I'm wearing a cologne. They don't know it's lemongrass. And they'll say, oh, it just smells so wonderful. But it's an it will help with the parasites, viruses, bacteria. Okay, I told you about myrrh. I told you my experience with myrrh. It's a natural antiseptic, prevents or reduces infections. It supports beautiful skin, reduces stretch marks, and it also can be useful for hormone balance and useful for wounds. Oregano has strong antimicrobial properties. It kills fungus, and I tell you, it kicks a cold fast. It can be used for Lyme disease, and that's what we do. We do use oregano oil in our office for Lyme. Now remember, these oils I'm talking about have to be therapeutic oils. These are not the cheap little oils that you're not sure whether they're pure or not. There are many companies that do produce fine therapeutic oils. Peppermint supports digestion, improves focus, boosts energy, reduces fevers, headaches, and it's for muscle pain relief. Rose is amazing for reducing skin inflammation. All you have to do is add 2 drops to your favorite facial moisturizer. It is, of course, I told you, one of the most valued oils in the world. Rosemary, if you add that to shampoo, you can thicken your hair. It improves brain function. So rosemary is the oil you want to smell or diffuse while you're working, reading, studying. That's the oil for you. Tea tree oil, which is melaleuca, is a natural antibacterial, antifungal, reduces bad odors, it stimulates the immune system, and it can help with acne and sore throats. And finally, sandalwood is a natural aphrodisiac, and it can help improve energy. So when you blend the oils, they can also enhance the energy, and they can be used for massage, shower gels, body lotion.